Let's begin today's Vanguard news by telling G-Unit haters to just close the video, because everyone's favorite jet dragon is finally getting a new G-Unit and direct support in DZBT-06. Glimmer Breath Dragon, when placed on rear guard, lets you pay 1 counter blast if you have Chronojet Dragon's Crest to draw a card, and it gets 5k power if your Vanguard is grade 3 or higher. And while on rear guard, while at Generation Break 3, it gets 10k power when it attacks. Those that can't afford Forward and Revertis will be eating good tonight, as Chronojet mains have a better replacement for it. The deck was already considered draw heavy due to GG as well as a lot of Dark States generic cards, and now Bushiroad Road is giving them a new way to just draw a card for 1 counter blast in the early game. Take note however that it won't get the 5k power if you don't pay the cost to draw, but the Generation Break 3 skill has that covered. Interdimensional Dragon Chronoscommand Dragon once per turn while on Vanguard lets you pay 1 counter blast to put all of your opponent's rear guards to the bottom of their deck, then give one of your rear guards an auto ability that calls up to 1 unit card with 1 grade higher than itself and gets 5k power for each interdimensional Dragon Chronoscommand Dragon face up in your G zone at the end of the battle it attacked, and putting this card to the bottom of your deck. Being Generation Break 3 means this is a turn 5 card going first, or turn 4 when going second. Besides returning all of your opponent's rear guards, this is just a worst Fate Rider Dragon, unless you plan to use it on Upstream Dragon, calling a booster with Upstream, and calling Steam Fighter Bally with this card's red skill in the same column. And yes, this is the proper order to use these effects, otherwise you miss the timing. The fact that you're also forced to use Bally over Nocturcio is also going to make it harder to use effectively. This new G-Unit did not help the deck solve its 4 attack turn issues, and is purely just to give Chronojet mains a mass removal tool. Speaking of Nocturcio, all of the 5 Nations Stride Fodder Cycle cards in DBT13 will be reprinted in DZBT-06. It can also come as an SR version. It's honestly about time they reprinted these cards, and it only took them more than a year. Finally, to that one person asking me the other day, where can he buy a Chronojet deck set, because his locals no longer has them, DZBT-06 will have both Chronojet and Messiah's cards as EX Triple Rare or EX Common. And yes, even the right deck cards will come as EX Commons, so those that want to be degenerates in premium by having access to their Strider's Crest card can finally do so without breaking the bank. Unfortunately, seeing as these are EX cards, Bushiroad International might not print them in the English release of DZBT-06. And to those who like to use photo filters, Chronojet and Alter Ego Messiah and their original strides will also come as FFR in the set, because nothing says max rarity like having golden borders. And that concludes this Vanguard news without the bullshit. Special thanks to my Patreon members for continuing to support my content creation. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments what would be your new Chronojet G-Zone ratios.